Hello students, I am Om Chaudhary, Lecture Civil Department, Pravin Patel College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Will teach you about the subject theory of structures, and that will learn about the topic slope and deflection. Starting with the introduction, when a beam carries transverse loading upon it, it bends. The bending of simply supported beam is of sagging type, and that of a cantilever beam is of hogging type. The form of a curve to which the beam will bend after loading is called as elastic curve और डिफ्लेक्शन कर्व. इसका मतलब ये है कि आपका अगर सिंपली सपोर्टेड बीम है तो उसका जो बेंडिंग होगा वो सैगिंग टाइप में होगा. आई कैन से इट विल बी इन द डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन. और अगर मैं कैंटिलीवर बीम की बात करूँ तो इट विल बी इन पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन. द फॉर्म ऑफ अ कर्व टू विच द बीम विल बेंड आफ्टर द लोडिंग इज कॉल्ड एज इलास्टिक कर्व. इसका मतलब ये है कि वो जो कर्व फॉर्म होता है उसको हम आइदर इलास्टिक कर्व बोलते हैं आइदर डिफ्लेक्शन कर्व बोलते हैं. तो हम उसको इलास्टिक कर्व या तो डिफ्लेक्शन कर्व बोलते हैं. द स्लोप एट एनी पॉइंट ऑन द इलास्टिक कर्व is defined as an angle in radians which the tangent at that point makes with the original axis of the beam. तो जो इलास्टिक कर्व आपका फॉर्म होता है उसको अगर हम टेंजेंट ड्रॉ करते हैं तो वो जो एंगल फॉर्म होता है उसको हम बोलते हैं स्लोप ऑफ द बीम. एंड द स्लोप इज ऑलवेज एक्सप्रेस्ड इन रेडियंस. नेक्स्ट इज स्टिफनेस ऑफ द बीम. The ability of the beam to resist the elastic deformation is called as stiffness. Now, this is very important, which is a relationship between slope, deflection, and radius of curvature. So, in the theory of simple bending, the curvature of beam is expressed as 1 upon r, which is equal to d square y divided by dx square divided by 1 plus dy by dx square to the whole 3 by 2. The deflection of the deflection y of the beam is usually very small. तो हम बोल सकते हैं कि जो dy by dx square है it is very small, so therefore it is negligible as compared to 1. So the equation becomes 1 upon r is equal to d square y upon dx square. Now from the bending stress equation we know m upon I is equal to E upon r. So this can be written as 1 upon r is equal to m by EI. So if we equate equation 1 and equation 2, we get 1 upon r is equal to d square y upon dx square, which is also equal to m by EI. So then I can say m is equal to EI d square y upon dx square, and this is termed as flexure rigidity in terms of EI. Next is boundary condition. The known condition of slope and deflection at the end of the beam are called as boundary condition. The double integration of the governing differential equation for the flexure gives the two integration constants, that is C1 and C2. To evaluate the same, we must have two boundary conditions, and the boundary conditions depend upon the nature of the beam support. So if we have a fixed support, then theta will, that is dy by dx will be equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, and this is valid at both the supports. If we have simply supported conditions, at this support slope exists but deflection is 0. Hence theta becomes dy by dx is not equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Free end. Maximum slope and maximum deflection occurs at the free end of the cantilever. Hence theta is also not equal to 0 and y is also not equal to 0. These are the expressions for slope and deflection of some standard cases which we need to remember and use while solving the questions. So the first condition is a simply supported beam of span L carrying a central point load W. The formula for slope is theta is equal to WL square by 16 EI, and the deflection, which is maximum deflection, is equal to WL cube upon 48 EI. Second condition, simply supported beam of span L carrying UDL, that is in weight per meter on the entire span. The formula for slope is WL cube by 24 EI, and the formula for deflection is 5 by 384 WL4 by EI. Next condition is a cantilever beam of span L carrying a point load W at the free end. Slope is WL square by 2 EI and deflection is WL cube by 3 EI. A cantilever beam of span L carrying a point load W at a distance L1 from the fixed end. Now in the last condition we have studied that the point load is acting at the free end, but in this condition the point load is acting somewhat at a distance of L1 from the free end, मतलब फ्री एंड से थोड़ा पीछे की तरफ लग रहा है और वो जो लोड लग रहा है वहां से फ्री एंड तक का डिस्टेंस है L और फिक्स्ड एंड से लेके आपका लोड तक का डिस्टेंस है L1. So theta becomes WL square by 2 EI and deflection becomes WL cube by 3 EI plus WL square upon 2 EI L minus L1. Next condition, a cantilever beam of span L carrying UDL length over the entire span. तो इसके लिए स्लोप होता है WL cube by 6 EI और डिफ्लेक्शन हो जाता है WL4 by 8 EI. अब इसमें a cantilever beam of span L carrying UDL over L1 from the fixed end. जैसे ही हमने L1 पॉइंट लोड के लिए कंसिडर किया था, अब हम UDL के लिए कंसिडर करेंगे. तो पॉइंट एट विच UDL ends and at the free end the value of slope remains WL cube by 6 EI. और अगर मैं डिफ्लेक्शन की बात करूँ तो जहाँ पे मेरा UDL एंड हो रहा है वहाँ पे मेरा डिफ्लेक्शन होगा WL4 by 8 EI और जो फ्री एंड है वहाँ पे मेरा डिफ्लेक्शन होगा WL4 by 8 EI प्लस WL cube by 6 EI L minus L1. सो ये कुछ कंडीशंस है जो कि प्री डिफाइंड कंडीशंस है. अगर ऐसे कंडीशंस आते हैं और इनफैक्ट आपको यही कंडीशंस आने वाले हैं तो आपको ये फॉर्मूलाज यूज़ करना है. सो यू नीड टू रिमेंबर ऑल दिस फॉर्मूलाज फॉर स्लोप एज वेल एज फॉर डिफ्लेक्शन. So if you have any doubt in this, you can write me at soham prpsohamcea@gmail.com. Thank you.